Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to our final game of coverage here at the Yreka Invitational. It's the girls' championship game between Henley and Del Norte. Alongside Josh Eldridge, I'm Matt Bowling. And we are off to a fast start. Henley with the opening possession. Modine's shot ends up out of bounds. Henley keeps the ball. Shade sends it up to Harper. Shade for three. That one won't fall. And Shade commits a foul going for the board. Sent in to Steinruck. Blackburn. Steinruck going underneath. McKenna Baugh gets the lay in, and Del Norte has the first points. Shade. Fussell for three. Off the mark. Schroeder the board. Out to Shade. The floater won't fall. Henley looking for back-to-back Yreka Invitational championships. A little bit of cold shooting to start the game. Losing the dribble was Brooklyn Carter, but Kennedy Modine was out of bounds when she touched the ball. Blackburn to inbound. Tight defense by Shade. Blackburn lofts one into the paint, intercepted by Schroeder. Shade. Harper underneath. Off the bottom of the rim. Harper again. That won't go. Henley called for a foul on the rebound. Foul count now 2-0 in favor of Del Norte. Steinruck loses it at midcourt. Fussell picks it up, and Modine can't hit the open layup. Ends up being Warriors ball. Shade, more tight defense on the inbound. That time she forces the turnover. Modine intercepted. Avery Ritter takes it away. Spin move, Blackburn frees herself up for a pass to Steinruck, who can't hit the three. Loose ball picked up by Baugh. Another three will be short from Bliss Blackburn. And now we've got a Henley timeout. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Basin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
5:38 left in the first quarter of this girls championship game here at the Yreka Invitational, and it's Del Norte with a 2-0 lead over Henley. Shade. Facel. Senya Campos. Open three for Shade. Got it. And now a turnover on the inbound. Henley beat Orland 84-43 in their opening game. They beat McKinleyville 57-17 last night. Shade creating space, misses the shot. Schroeder's putback won't fall. It comes to Facel, who's fouled. Harper, floater, drops.
Harper doing that one with her left hand.
Jaylee Keeling fouled in transition. Keeling steps out of bounds after more strong defense. Ladner. Campos. Looking. Shade's got it. Campos to Ladner. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Shade goes underneath to Schroeder and one.
Tough bucket for Schroeder there. Contact on both sides, on both of her arms, really, and was able to finish. That was a nice shot.
She's been a powerful presence for Henley in the paint in the first few games of her high school career. Now she gets back her own miss. Passes it to Campos, who misses a three. Campos gets her own miss and is fouled going up. Foul count now even at 3 apiece. Campos makes the first free throw. Henley and Del Norte met in the semifinals of last year's Yreka Invitational. Hornets won that game 75-48. Campos misses the second free throw but gets it back. Three for Shade. That one rattles out. Harper tries. That one won't go. Ladner's fouled. That's 75-48. It turned out was just a prelude to an 84-33 win in the tournament championship game over the host Yreka, no less.
Yeah, Hornets have definitely made a name for themselves at this tournament. Talking to some of the folks who are from here, from Yreka, when I told them I was broadcasting some of these Henley games, it almost felt like they were rolling their eyes saying, oh, we know who's coming.
It's now a 9-0 run for Henley halfway through the first quarter. Jaylee Keeling. Guarded by Ladner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Deep three off the front of the rim. Shade comes away with it. Shade kicks it to Campos. Creates a shot, misses. Underneath a tie-up. Possession arrow benefits the Warriors. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Jaylee Keeling has it slapped away from her by Fussell, but Fussell's the last one to touch it. Bliss Blackburn to inbound. In the corner, Keeling. Again, Fussell, active hands, poking the ball away. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and Keeling airballs a three. Fussell. Modine. Open three for Shade. No good. Avery Ritter the board. Blackburn. Keeling. Airballs another three. Fussell. Modine. Fussell for three. Got it.
So what's it telling you? Like, what's going on?
(12-2) lead for the Hornets.
Oh, you're trying to log into the Fox computer. Yeah, it does that to me sometimes too. You'll just have to probably get into a different, like probably the KLab computer or something.
Blackburn inbounds. Quick three, comes up short. Shade. Modine. Her three rattles out. Harper gets the rebound, and a tie-up is called. Second foul on Sinte Steinruck. Fourth on Del Norte. Make that 5 on Del Norte. Senya Campos earns another trip to the free throw line. And that's the second foul on McKenna Baugh. Campos makes the first foul shot. Baugh checks out for Bailey Nunez. And Senya Campos goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Del Norte scored the first basket, but it's been all Henley since. 1:40 left in the first quarter. Brooklyn Carter guarded by Modine. Gets it to Blackburn. Blackburn's shot's off the mark, and Schroeder's just going to watch it go out of bounds. Modine. Fussell looking to drive baseline. Kicks it out to Modine for a mid-range. Misses, but Schroeder gets fouled on the putback.
Henley's hard work on the glass has earned them all these trips to the free throw line. I'm pretty sure every single one has come off an offensive rebound and a second chance for the Hornets. It's good effort. That's why they're up by 12.
Schroeder misses the first free throw. Second foul on Ritter. Kansas Coulson going to check in now for the first time as Ritter comes to the bench. And Schroeder knocks down her second free throw. Now she'll come out for Harper as Blackburn gets set to inbound. Blackburn to Keeling. Keeling. Carter. Keeling guarded by Fassell. Taken away by Modine. Almost gave it back and ends up getting fouled. Kennedy Modine to the free throw line for the first time today. And knocks down the first shot. Modine goes 2 for 2. Keeling. Blackburn. Splits the double. Has her own pass tapped back to her, misses the layup. Modine in transition, ahead to Ladner. Ladner tried to thread it to Campos. And ends up going back out to Modine, who's pressured. Gets it to Campos for 3. Bang. 20 straight points for Henley. 8 seconds left. Keeling, guarded by Fassell. Desperation 3 for Carter is off the back of the rim. And Henley leads 22 heading into the second quarter. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Henley ends the second quarter, or first quarter, excuse me, on a 20-2 or 20-0 run. Del Norte scored the first bucket.
It was all in 5.5 minutes, too. It took Henley 2.5 minutes to get their first bucket, but Preston Shade, I believe there's a triple in the far corner, just took the lid off for the Hornets. They've been able to score pretty much at will, mostly at the free throw line since then.
Del Norte earned their spot in the championship game with a 52-45 win over Klamath Union in the opening round and a 53-44 win over Brookings Harbor in the semifinals last night. Looks like an offensive foul called against Del Norte. It's going to give the ball back to Henley. Modine. Campos. Shade throws it into Harper. Gets it back. Campos. Fakes a 3, drives, and finishes.
It's a fantastic move by Senya to get the defender off her feet twice to get inside for a bucket.
Blackburn to the rack, and it won't go. Shade throws an interception. And Henley commits a foul. Keeling. Over to Nunez. Nunez scores on Harper. And that ends a 22-0 run by Henley. Randy Denson calls timeout. 6:46 to go. We'll keep it here. Henley up 22-4 in the second quarter.
They just continue to work hard getting those rebounds, not letting Del Norte get second chances while creating plenty second, third chances for themselves. It's really what it's come down to for this team for a long time. Dedication to the boards, dedication to defense. The offense will come. You got players who can score for these Hornets. It's just that effort on defense that wins or loses you championship games like this one is.
Shade brings it up. Senya Campos feeds Harper. Harper, turnaround, hook shot won't fall. She gets her own miss, puts it up and in, high off the glass.
There it is, that exact thing I was talking about. Second chance points and denying it on the other end.
Shade to Modine. Down low, Ladner lays it in. Loose ball. Modine had it for a second, tried to feed it to Shade. In the end, it's a tie-up. And Henley will keep possession. Shade to Campos, thought about a three, instead goes to Harper. Her turnaround won't go. Another second chance, that one misses. Keeling, guarded by Ladner. Throws it into the paint, it's sent back out by Campos. Nunez in trouble, Del Norte is forced to burn a timeout. 26-4 lead for Henley. 5:35 left in the first half here on mybasin.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Henley outscoring Del Norte 6-2 in the opening 2:25 of the second quarter. Like you've been saying, Josh, it just comes down to dedication to the boards, dedication to defense.
Yeah, it's not like Henley's making particularly difficult shots or really probably outshooting Del Norte by that wide of a margin. They're just taking more shots by virtue of work on the glass. More shots, more chances, more scoring.
Preston Shade whistled for her second foul, and she'll come to the bench. Blackburn to inbound. Kicked ball. Vassell checking in for Senya Campos. Coulson drives. Too strong off the glass. Schroeder the rebound. Vassell called for a travel on the pass. Blackburn looking to inbound. And Fussell forces it out of bounds.
I think that's one of the most underrated things, or maybe overlooked things about this Hornets team, is they're good at so many things that the little things sometimes go unnoticed. Their defense on inbound passes is incredible. They give you such a hard time just inbounding the basketball.
They forced 5-second violations in each of their first 2 games here at this tournament. 3 for Coulson, won't fall. Rebound is contested. Harper comes away with it. Shade. Fussell, the open 3, short. Chases down her own miss. Ends up going into the opposing bench. Blackburn inbounds to Steinruck. Keeling. Thrown right to Fussell. Fussell pulls up and finishes. Well, not the typical way to finish a fast break, but it worked out well that time.
That was about a 9-foot jumper. Like to get closer to the rim, but you'll take the 2 points exactly.
The other way. Layup won't go for Blackburn, who is visibly frustrated that that rimmed out. Harper can't score on the other end. Campos gets the board, though. Campos feeds Schroeder. Her shot's off the underside of the backboard. Harper gets fouled going for the rebound. First free throws of the day for Harper. She's got 4 points so far.
Again, Harper earns this trip after the 3rd look at the cup for Henley. Ksenia Campos got the 2nd rebound, crashing in from the perimeter. This team is dedicated to the glass.
Harper goes 1 for 2 from the line. Fussell rebounds the missed free throw, though. Now a 3 for Fussell. Got it. .28 lead for Henley. 3:28 to go in the first half. Blackburn with the bank. Campos for 3. Rattles out. Harper, another trip to the free throw line, going after that rebound.
That one specifically, you could see Del Norte was starting to try to get back to rebound before Ksenia even shot it. So much so that they left her pretty much wide open beyond the arc. Unfortunately, she missed that one, but she's a player that you cannot leave that open on the perimeter.
Harper misses the 2nd free throw and fouls Blackburn going after the rebound.
Oh, she stepped out.
Oh.
Harper rushed her out of bounds, chasing down that rebound.
Fussell to Modine. Now Harper on the block. Hook shot too strong. Schroeder's putback misses. Ball on the floor. Schroeder picks it up. And she gets fouled. That should be free throws for Michaela Schroeder.
I think that was only the 4th team foul.
Okay, well, they were very quick to update the scoreboard then.
It's the 70th time this school's been around the block for this tournament. They've got the operations part of it down.
Well, funny enough, there was actually a mix-up in the first game today on this court, Klamath Union and Orland Girls. A 3 by Orland was incorrectly given to Klamath Union on the scoreboard, and it took several minutes to resolve the issue. I was saying they could have just asked us.
Yeah.
You know, we keep score.
There's been numerous times where I've had a correct score. We've changed it, gone back and forth. Yep. Check New York. That's what I always say.
Vassell rattles in a 3. That's her 3rd of the game. And that gets it to a 30-point Henley lead. Are we seriously headed for another 50-point Yreka Tournament Championship win by Henley? 2:24 to go in the second quarter. Del Norte will shoot free throws. Foul was called on Schroeder. That's her 2nd. Nunez missed the first free throw. Oh for 2. Modine in from the corner. Through contact, can't hit. Schroeder misses, gets it back, and puts it in. Kansas Coulson pressured, loses it. It'll stay with the Warriors. Blackburn to inbound. Steinruck, 3, air ball. Ball pulled in by Nunez, taken away. Vassell fouled on the layup. These will be Vassell's first free throws. She's got 11 points, including 3 triples. Missed that one. Made that one. Coulson, turnover on the inbound. Shade wide open for 3, splash. Coulson to Blackburn. Coulson. Open for 3, misses. Rebound is tapped to Blackburn. She can't score. Ladner comes away with it. And Shade is called for a travel.
Didn't even think she had full possession of that basketball. She was like in the process of ripping it out of the other player's hands.
1:07 left in the first half. A 42-6 lead for Henley. Make that 42-8 as Steinruck knocks down the jumper. Shade the other way. Schroeder can't answer. Putback won't fall. Ladner can't get it to go off the glass. Finally, the Warriors come away with it. Blackburn. Deep three off the front of the rim. Cadence Nelson bumped going for that ball. It will stay with Henley. 24 seconds. Hornets can't have the last shot here. Shade. Nelson. Modine. Shade. Thrown down low to Schroeder. Too strong. Nelson forces a jump ball. Possession arrow points to Del Norte. They'll have 6.5 seconds. Coulson trying to take it the distance and does. Buzzer-beating layup cuts Henley's lead to 42-10 going into halftime. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. We will have your first half scoring after these commercials. You're watching high school basketball on mybasin.com.
Basin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls. Basin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's start here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable.
Henley 42, Del Norte 10 at halftime of the girls' championship game here at the Yreka Invitational. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldridge. Josh, I think this may be the last year Henley gets an invite to this tournament.
Yeah, they might take their ball and go home after this. I mean, is it like, just as you stated earlier, the second straight championship game where Henley is out in front huge. Last year they were able to close it off with a 50-point win, and now you're up 32 at halftime. Yeah, it's starting to get pretty hard for these guys to look across at Henley and say, we can beat these guys, because so far they haven't done it.
Yeah, I mean, this would be – so the first two games for Henley, as we said at the top, 84-43 win over Orland and a 57-17 win over McKinleyville last night. 2 running clock wins to start this tournament. I mean, if you go back to last year, 69-48 win over Cascade Christian in the first round, 75-48 win over this Del Norte team in the semifinals, and an 84-33 win over tournament host Yreka in the championship game. Just total domination in all aspects of the game.
Yeah, I believe it was Kevin Petrick who said on a broadcast with us one time that sometimes basketball is complicated and sometimes it's really easy. You can look at one stat and see how the game is going, and we're not keeping this number necessarily, but the one number I would look at is rebounds. Henley is absolutely dominating on the glass this game. They're getting second and third chance points. I think I could probably count on one hand the amount of empty trips up the floor that Henley has had. Sure, they've missed shots, but they're getting rebounds, and they're making that third shot. And it's really what's allowed them to build out this lead. Every trip down the floor, it seems, they're coming away with points.
Numbers we are keeping track of are points, or at least we're trying to. I ran the count, and I missed one bucket for Henley. They're scoring faster than I can keep track, so apologies to whoever I'm shortchanging here, but right now what I've got is Lily Fassell with 12 points, Senya Campos with 8, Preston Shade with 6, Michaela Schroeder and Anna Harper with 5 each, Bailey Ladner with 3, and Kennedy Modine with 1. For Del Norte, one positive you could take away, I guess, is 5 different scorers. Bliss Blackburn, McKenna Baugh, Bailey Nunez, Kansas Coulson, and Sente Steinruck, each with 2 points.
One of the other things that Henley did really good in that last half is keeping the pace. All right, this is a team that generally likes to play a little bit quicker. They're not going to wait until the end of a shot clock to get a shot off. And so with them playing so fast and then having a 32-point advantage, it's definitely going to force Del Norte to play fast, and that's not their game. And so Henley controlling the pace is going to be key in the second half to holding on to this lead and keeping Del Norte away from getting close.
Hornets start the second half with the ball. Shade underneath to Schroeder, who lays it in. So the running clock margin is 40. Henley now needs 6 more points to get there, if they can go without allowing Del Norte to score, of course.
Now, I'm not sure how it works in California, but once it gets to that mark, can they go through that threshold and stop the running clock?
They cannot. Vassell nails a 3.
She is a true 3-and-D type player. I mean, so many of these Henley Hornets work on crashing the glass, and she'll get in there, but that's not her job. Her job isn't to mix it up down low. Her job is to shoot threes and defend the perimeter, and she does both of those things very well.
She's now hit 4 threes today. This is Blackburn trying to answer, but cannot, was Steinruck. Shade looking for Schroeder. It's taken away by Steinruck. Del Norte ball. Blackburn to Ritter. Steinruck. Traveled.
Heard the footsteps of Kennedy Modine behind her and took an extra step.
Shade. Modine loses it. Steinruck sends it off the bottom of the rim. Under pressure from Modine. Shade hands it to Harper. Harper can't finish the layup. Schroeder's putback won't fall. Jump ball. Well, now the referees are discussing it.
I've had a lot of officials today work multiple games. I think the guys who were calling the Henley boys game earlier today, that crew worked 3 games today. So just these guys trying to get back on the same page. It's a long day for everybody at these tournaments. Our officials have certainly had their work cut out for them.
Blackburn underneath. Ritter gets it to drain in. Modine a 3 on the other end. Barely moved the net. Perfect accuracy. Blackburn. Trying to go baseline. Denied by Harper.
That was nasty.
Harper and Shade check out for Campos and Ladner. Blackburn inbounds. They almost lose the ball. It's a 3 for Carter, and it rolls in. Vassell underneath, fouled. Two free throws for Lily Vassell. makes the first. Two for two. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Henley 52, Del Norte 15. Cassell rebounds the miss. Campos. Underneath Schroeder, lost it, got it back, fouled.
That pass from Campos really started that motion for Henley. She's come such a long way since her freshman season, starting on varsity. Now she has all this experience playing at that point guard position, stepping into a starting role this season, and just great court vision. First to pass it to this near corner, and then next player passing it down to Schroeder underneath. But just the ability to find this player in the corner is something she might not have been able to do a season or two ago. It's great to watch her grow as a player.
Schroeder makes one of two. Carter drives, puts it up, misses. Schroeder the board. Gives it right back. And Carter gets fouled going up. Gosh, we are right on the edge of that running clock margin, but Henley just can't quite get over. I've said this in the other Henley games, but no tournament director ever hates to see a running clock.
Especially when we've been late most of the day. That first game that was on this floor today, you were calling that one, and that one certainly ran long. It was in the third quarter when I started my broadcast, which was supposed to start in the next time slot.
Ladner to Nelson. Underneath, Harper. Back out to Campos. Campos from the elbow. Oh, it rattles out. Travel called as Blackburn picked it up and tried to run with it. Shade. Campos. Drives. Can't finish. Gets it back. Gets fouled.
Campos got to the rim on that drive with almost no contest.
Shade into Harper. Harper through two defenders. Gets the hook shot to fall. Carter takes a three, misses. Steinruck the board. Blackburn a three. That won't go. Rebound by Nunez, and she's fouled on the shot. Nunez misses the first free throw. Oh for 2. Brooklyn Conrad gets the board and hands it to Shade. Shade to Campos. Misses the three. Steinruck the board. Colson goes to Nunez. Drive, can't finish. Blackburn. Jump ball. Henley has possession. 3:02 left in the third. We just need one more Henley point to put that running clock on. Harper misses. Pass tipped out of bounds. Blackburn throws it to Steinruck. Blackburn drives, stripped by Shade. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Del Norte, but they'll only have 3 seconds on the shot clock.
It's a great job by Shade just to get a piece of that ball on the drive.
Steinruck misses. Quick shot off the inbound. Campos the other way. Campos coast to coast. And there's the running clock. 2:13 left in the third quarter. It's a 41-point lead for Henley. Carter pulls a three. Air ball. Scorer's table not aware of the running clock, maybe? They stopped it when that shot went out of bounds. Nelson drains a three. Blackburn. Guarded by Campos. To Steinruck. Steinruck baseline. Floater goes. Shade looking for Harper. Tipped out of bounds. Spur Barney Smith checking in for Shade now. Randy Denson emptying the bench. Harper, turnaround. You got it.
One of the things I love about watching Harper inside, she didn't show it off that time because she didn't have to, but the willingness to go back up for a second shot. I see it at so many different points during a high school basketball game, but particularly girls basketball, just the unwillingness to get the rebound and go back up with it. And Harper does that so well. It's why during the first and second quarter she had so many free throws.
Campos tried to feed Harper, but there was too much traffic. The other way, Blackburn can't finish. Campos. Barney Smith. Floated to Conrad. Campos thought about a three, instead drives. Loses the ball trying to go through two defenders. Henley will have an inbound with 12 seconds on the shot clock, 33.1 in the third quarter. I guess the running clock's only for the fourth quarter. Conrad's miss, rebounded by Campos. Loose ball comes to Barney Smith. Campos. Campos through two defenders. Floater misses. She rips away the rebound. Campos fouled on the drive. Harper, elbow jumper. Off the mark. Del Norte can't get a shot off before the buzzer. And Henley takes a 62-18 lead into the fourth quarter. Matt Bowling here alongside Josh Eldridge. This is high school basketball on mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Start of the fourth quarter, Henley with a 62-18 lead over Del Norte. Really not much left to say about this one. Reserves for Henley getting plenty of run here, though. Blackburn. Steinruck. Blackburn's floater rattles out of bounds. Okay, there's the running clock, so it is only for the fourth quarter.
Probably not used to having to turn it on in the third quarter, to be frank. These Henley girls are looking to put together something special again this season.
Stolen by Morkey, and she's fouled.
You said it a moment ago, Matt, a lot of these Henley reserves getting into the game now, and even though this clock is going to be running at 7 minutes, these are still valuable minutes for those players. Just being able to get those reps at a varsity pace, because Del Norte hasn't pulled all of their starters out of the game. And so you're still playing against a handful of seniors and juniors at the pace that they're used to. It's quality reps and quality basketball that still needs to be played down the stretch.
Morkey goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Nelson. Barney Smith over to Modine. 3 for Conrad off the back iron. Rebounded by Nelson. Modine drives. Jump ball. Modine. Into Conrad, who pulls a 3, banks it in. Blackburn drives and answers on the other end with a layup. Barney Smith for 3. That one banks in.
What did I say earlier, Matt? Henley's dedicated to the glass. They're using it to score here from long distance in the fourth quarter.
Blackburn again on the other end. Nelson to Barney Smith. Modine for 3. That one won't go. Rebound contested underneath. Travel is called. Cadence Nelson was on the ground with it. Shade and Schroeder checking back in for Modine and Ladner. This is another thing too, Josh. These reserves are getting a chance to play with the starters, because Henley's bench is not super deep.
Right, and I was just thinking the same thing. You look at someone like Schroeder, she's a freshman. These are still good minutes for her. And then a player like Kennedy Modine, who's usually going to be playing the 2-guard for you, or somewhere in there, is able to run the offense a little bit and control the pace, and I believe she just wound up on the bench. But for the first few minutes of this quarter, that's what she was doing, just in case someone gets into foul trouble, or if someone unfortunately gets hurt or anything like that, you have somebody who knows how to play minutes at this position, because they're able to do it here in Yreka.
4 minutes left, clock running. Henley with a 43-point lead. Blackburn. Franklin's 3 won't fall. Putback no good for Ritter. Shade. Tapped out of bounds by Steinruck. Shade. Cadence Nelson to Schroeder, and she will shoot 2 free throws. Misses the first one. Second one misses. Lily Franklin sends it over to Jaylee Keeling. Down low, Ritter misses. It'll stay with Del Norte. Franklin to inbound. Barney Smith right in her face. Deflects it off the leg of a teammate. Del Norte able to keep it alive. Morkey free throw line jumper won't fall. Schroeder grabs the board. Under 2 minutes to play. Shade to Nelson. Back to Shade. Barney Smith wide open three, connects. Franklin fouled. Keeling sends it into the paint. And it's going to be a turnover. Henley ball. Under a minute to go. Nelson. Corner three, Conrad. Bit too long. Rebounded by Shade. Barney Smith trying to drive baseline. Tried to send it to Schroeder, but it's turned over. Keeling. Pulls a three, misses. Deja Payne the rebound. Her putback won't fall. And Henley can dribble it out. Three games, 3 running clock wins for Henley here at the 2024 Yreka Invitational. And for the second year in a row, the Henley girls are Yreka Invitational champions. Just total domination all around. It doesn't seem like this team has lost a step despite losing Annie Campos, who's now playing at Oregon Tech. Maya Mock, who was a great defender. Jewel Northcutt, another starter. So they're going to present Henley with the championship banner and a plaque, I think.
I think last year they got some T-shirts too. Hang them up in the rafters. Look, this is a great win for Henley, no doubt about it. You come to this tournament, and I think the expectation for them was to probably win this tournament, and you're able to go in there and accomplish your goal. This team definitely has much grander goals, just as you said. They haven't really lost a step. You mentioned a handful of those players that they lost, and those are some big-time names. But then you realize if you really go through those games last season, so many of those that they won, on occasion, they did it without a lot of contribution from Annie Campos. Jewel Northcutt, her role was never to score a ton of points. It was to get down and play defense. And they've got players who are committed to playing defense, filling those roles. And players who can distribute the ball, and that's so much of what Annie Campos brought. We saw her younger sister, Senya, doing it tonight. I don't think this team has lost a step at all, having graduated good players. And more than anything, that's a testament to the great coaching as well that Coach Denson and Heidi Friend and Kevin Petrick have done with this team. And there they get their banner.
I think they're going to announce some all-tournament selections as well. I'll let them get their picture with the banner first. Denson just dumping all the T-shirts on the bench.
I asked about the T-shirts last year. I think it was the thing he was least excited about because that means that all of his team had to pack extra clothes to bring back home.
So Preston Shade and Anna Harper named to the all-tournament team, and Lily Fassell is your tournament MVP. Much deserved. She was an absolute force on defense in all three of Henley's games.
That's what she does. It's really great to watch her play. She's got such a long wingspan. I don't know what it measures, but she clearly has the longest arms on the floor whenever she steps out there, and it helps her defend on the perimeter. If you have a good three-point shooter on your team and you got Henley on your schedule, look out this season. They're going to have a rough night against Lily.
We'll run you through the final scoring. Again, I'm missing at least one Henley bucket here, so apologies to whoever I'm shortchanging. But Lily Fassell leading Henley with 17 points. Senya Campos with 10. Anna Harper with 9. Michaela Schroeder with 8. Preston Shade and Spur Barney Smith with 6 each. Kennedy Modine with 4. Did I say Michaela Schroeder with 8? Yes. Cadence Nelson, Brooklyn Conrad with 3. And, Bailey Ladner with 3 also. For Del Norte, it was Bliss Blackburn leading the Warriors with 6 points. Brooklyn Carter with 4. Sinte Steinruck also with 4. Haley Morkey with 3. Avery Ritter, Kansas Coulson, and McKenna Baugh with 2 each. Again, missing at least one bucket for Henley, but we will have updated, accurate stats for you tonight later on mybasin.com. So that about does it for us here at the Yreka Invitational. Matt Bowling alongside Josh Eldridge. 3 days, 12 games for us here. Really nice to get an early look at a few of the Basin teams. Henley boys and girls and Klamath Union boys and girls.
Yeah, I liked what I saw from the Henley boys in effort this tournament. They went 1-2. They won the 7th place game against Brookings today. 41-38, I think, was the final. They had a tough time scoring, but they played pretty good defense throughout all 3 games. I look forward to watching them improve. And I was also really impressed by the KU boys. This is a team that was really good about 4 years ago, and they've got this new senior class coming who are mostly freshmen. Last time KU was competing for a conference crown. And there's a certain amount of joy, I think, on the faces of these KU players when they were out here playing this week. I'm really excited to watch them through this season.
Yeah,
too.
I think they've got a lot of pieces that can really make them a threat to win the Skyline Conference. I think just some of the things they have to clean up, mainly turnovers. I don't know how many they had today, but they had 30 in both of their first 2 games. KU girls were shorthanded this tournament. They were missing a few players, and they haven't had much of a chance to get practice together either, with illness sweeping through the program. But still, put up a good win over Yreka yesterday, coming back from an 11-point deficit. Showed a lot of fight. Showed some fight today, too, against Orland, but it just didn't quite work out for them.
And for all of our teams, it's a great way to start the season every year. Come here, play a tournament, give yourself something to play for. Just scheduling games against whoever is great. Henley's going to have games against whoever coming up. They play Ashland on Friday. But having something to play for here, proving you can go and play in a bracket, I think it's worth something. I love coming down here to Yreka every year, and it's just a fantastic way to start the season. I hope we get to come back. Even though Henley keeps rolling the bracket on the girls' side, I do hope they invite us back.
Yeah, Jason Freitas and his staff were excellent hosts, as always. Set us up really nicely here. Our next broadcasts, Henley girls hosting Cascade Christian at 6 o'clock on Friday, and Henley boys, as you said, traveling to Ashland at 7 o'clock on Friday. We will have both of those games for you here on mybasin.com. One more time for my partner Josh Eldridge, whether you just tuned in for this game or you were with us the whole tournament, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.